The latest in the probe of the twin blasts that rocked Hyderabad on Thursday. The National Investigation Agency now says 4 suspects have been identified. Significantly, the same people are believed to be behind the 2011 Mumbai blasts. Abir VP, our reporters now are getting us the latest on this. Abir VP, in fact, joining us from the blast site in Hyderabad, and Preeti Singh also joining us from Hyderabad. Preeti, if I could come to you first. What is the latest in the probe? We know the NIA has now zeroed in on these 4 suspects. How far have the probe and the investigation gone on?
Well, definitely fresh details coming out now. Remember, we have been reporting since yesterday that the NIA and the state police have found about 3 people, have got 3 people under their scanner. Now the NIA sources giving us the names. We've got the names of those 3. We have Asadullah, we've got Tehseen Akhtar, we've also got Ahmed. But all 3 of them really are really not new names for terror investigating agencies in the country. Remember, they are also saying that the mastermind could be Yaseen Bhatkal, who is really the Indian Mujahideen co-founder. Now, why is he not a new name? He is somebody who's linked to the 2007 blasts also, which rocked Hyderabad. Remember the Lumbini and Gokul Chaat twin blast that rocked Hyderabad in August 2007. IM is suspected to also be behind those attacks. Also, more recently, behind the Mumbai July 2011 attacks. Now, what is interesting is really the similarity of pattern in the way these 3 names have functioned. Remember, what really is putting all these dots together is the fact that all of them stayed suspected to have stayed as students in coaching center, in separate coaching centers. This entire area near Dilsukh Nagar does have a lot of coaching centers. It is, in a sense, very easy to blend into the crowd here, disguised as a student, disguised as part of a coaching center. So really pieces of information coming in. Definitely, in a sense, police sources here saying that it is a breakthrough. They have got important leads. They have zeroed in at least on 4 important suspects. Sources also telling us that they will be cracking down on sending teams to these places. Remember, we had been reporting yesterday also that 3 names coming in from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand, and now sources in the investigating agency confirming to us that yes, teams will be going there in all likelihood there to get more information and really zero in on the whereabouts of these 3 to 4 people.
Abir, if I can come to you now, the death toll has already risen to 16 with over 100 said to be injured. What is the situation like in the hospitals there?
Well, Pallavi, there are 3 main hospitals in Hyderabad that are taking care of the injured. And from what we are hearing is that most of them have been discharged. There were nearly 119 who were injured, and most of them have been discharged now. They were suffering from minor injuries. But there are about 5 people who are critically injured and in a critical state at the moment, and 3 of them being at the Yashoda Hospital and 1 at the Osmania and 1 at the Omni Hospital. So this is the status right now. Doctors doing their best to ensure that they can save their lives. But terror attacks may be aimed in shaking establishments, but at the end of the day, it's the people on the street that suffer. And let's take a look at the stories of those whose lives have changed with these twin blasts.
Yet again, Hyderabad is torn apart by serial blasts. 5 years after the Makkah Masjid blasts and the Gokul Chaat Bhandar and Lumpini Park twin blasts. Her tears tell a story of frustration and helplessness. Her family of 7 had come to Hyderabad for their 7-year-old daughter's surgery. On their way back at the bus stop, they bore the brunt of the blast. All of them were seriously injured, including 3-year-old Anil, who was lucky to get away with shrapnel injuries to his right arm. 25-year-old Ravinder, though, lost a limb.
My brother-in-law's leg has been cut off.
We were all set to leave on a bus when the blast happened. Next thing I knew, all the 7 members of my family were lying in different corners.
Women and children dead, families torn apart. Terror acts like these are meant to shake establishments, but it's the people who are left grieving for their lives. Abdul Wasi Mirza is a person who has faced the trauma of terror not once but twice.
Abdul Wasi Mirza lost his leg in the 2007 blasts. He battled his injuries for 4 years only to become a blast victim yet again. This time, doctors fear that the wounds on his spinal cord will trouble him for life.
मुझे तो उसके बचने की जो है कोई उम्मीद नहीं थी, लेकिन ऊपर वाले ने जो है मेहरबानी की और मैं कानून पे और कोर्ट पे जो है फेथ करता हूँ, बिलीव करता हूँ.
And the fact that Shahid Mirza, after having suffered twice, still has faith in the system that failed to prevent the blasts despite early intelligence is probably the only silver lining. With Abhir VP in Hyderabad, in New Delhi, this is Arunoday Mukherjee.
The human tragedy really of such mindless violence. Preeti, significantly you're reporting from the Sai Baba temple where there are reports that the police commissioner, the Hyderabad police commissioner's visit there just before the blast actually led to many more lives being saved.
That's right. In fact, top police sources now confirming to us that here Anurag Sharma, the Hyderabad police commissioner, had come visiting at this Sai Baba temple. And that is what really changed the terror strike location. Remember, this temple was also targeted in 2002 November, where 2 people lost their lives in a terror attack there. But now we understand, in fact, top police sources confirming that yes, this could have possibly been the location for yet another strike. But it seems to have changed because on Thursday, the police commissioner was here around the same time, around 6 p.m. Remember, the blasts happened at about 6:58 p.m. And possibly because of the police commissioner's presence here at this Sai Baba temple, the location was changed last minute to the theatres nearby. Remember, it's a distance of barely about 300 meters from the blast location site. So possibly, yes, that police commissioner's visit there also saving a lot of lives here. Remember, it was a Thursday and lots of devotees really thronged the temple here on a Thursday.